Hi, I'm Carl Erickson. We're out here at Tier 1 Group with Chad Moorman, the head driving instructor, and we're going to talk about one of the man skills that just about every single adult male on the planet needs to know, and that is how to use a plug kit, how to plug a screw or a nail hole in a tire on your vehicle, right? Chad, is it hard?
No.
Why don't you take us through it?
All right, guys, so if we look down here, you should hopefully have a plug kit that's within your vehicle somewhere. Obviously, the better made ones are going to be of the metal. I'm not saying that the plastic ones are bad, but if you use them a lot over time like we do here, they tend to wear out and break a little bit faster. So there's two parts, or a couple parts to it. One, you have your reamer tool. So basically, whatever would be in my tire, once I pull it out, I'm going to need to stick this in, ream it out, rough it up, and kind of get it prepped for the plug that's going to be going in there. Second one is you have your plug kit. Notice that it has an eyelet up here. At the end of it, it's actually split, and then you have your plugs. A lot of kits will come with rubber cement and stuff like that. We typically don't use it. If it's hard to actually get in there and you don't have any of that stuff, you can at least spit on it and it will help actually get the plug into it.
What are those plugs made out of, Chad?
It's just a real sticky rubber compound that once you get it in there, it kind of conforms to the hole, and then it will initially be long and you need to trim it up a little bit. So we'll go ahead and drill a hole into this and I'll show you how to plug it real quick. All right, so we would have a hole or something that's actually in there. You can kind of hear some air escaping. We'll go ahead and prep our plugger. Need to flatten it up on the ends to actually get it to work through the eyelet.
So once you find where that nail or that screw is, don't pull the screw or nail out until you have the plug
Exactly.
ready.
Just kind of leave it there because it's at least holding some air in. You can see how sticky it is, that it's actually wanting to stick to the metal when we're coming in and around. All right, so we got that ready to go. We'll take our reamer. He'll go ahead and pull it out. I'll get it stuck in there. Let me turn it. And then I want to make sure I'm reaming it out good as I'm going in and out of it. All right, so I've got that in there to that point, got it reamed out good. If I needed to, I could lube it up or whatever. It does make it a little bit easier. If I don't have any of that stuff, then I can just spit on it. But once I pull it out, I need to get it in there. I want to push it up to where it's about halfway to the plug. I'm going to turn and twist and pull it out quickly. All right, guys, so once we got it reamed out, all we're going to do is take our tire plug, stick it in, make sure we go about halfway in.
You got it.
All right. From there, I'm going to twist and pull it out quickly. Okay. So this right here, we don't want to leave hanging out as we're starting to go down the road. I do want to take and trim it up with a razor blade, scissors, snip it off.
All right, now Chad, how about if we didn't have, if we ran out of plugs or we didn't have a plug kit, what could we use?
Well, from there, that's kind of where we look over here to this tire.
All right.
If we didn't have any of this stuff, it is going to be a bit harder to do. You can use flathead screwdrivers. It really is a lot harder to do at that point. Not only with the stuff that I'm using to actually get the plug in there, but the plugs themselves. If you look on this tire, we've left them pretty long. So you can kind of see there's 550 cord, there's shop rags, there's duct tape, all kinds of things. If we're using anything that's porous like the 550 cord or the shop rags, you do need to get some grease from somewhere on your vehicle. Coat it in the grease, that way it's not letting that air escape slowly, but it's trying to keep it in. It's essentially the same thing. You need to try to ream it out if you can. If you can't, that's fine. But it can be medical gloves, it can be shop gloves. A lot of people will tell you to take and cut the fingers off and bunch them all together and use that as a plug. We found it a little bit better to actually cut the fingers off and use the palm of the glove. Once you do it, you just take it, roll it up, stick it in there just like you would do your normal plug, and then stick it in. The problem with these improvised plugs, like the duct tape, this, and the rags, is some of them you can't be as forceful with. You got to kind of ease them in. They still do work. As you can see, this tire right here has many of them in it.
And you've driven this thing on the track.
Yeah, when we initially did it, we still had air in it, and then drove it on the track. Now, it is not a permanent fix like a tire plug, a manufactured tire plug, but it will get you rolling downrange again.
It'll get you off the X, and you know that's what you need to get back to civilization sometimes. Hey, like you said, every type of these improvised plugs, they all take a little different finesse in different directions for different types, and we just don't have time on the internet to do this. You want to learn how to do this, again, if you want to be an internet ninja and just watch videos, that's fine. But if you want to learn how to do this stuff for real, you need to come take a professional class taught by professional instructors. So here at Tier 1 Group, this is one of the many skills that we incorporate into a lot of the courses that we train here. All right, so if you're interested in learning more, comments on the video. If you're interested in taking a whole course, reach out to Tier 1 Group at t1g.com and we'll get you signed up.